Good morning. Today marks the start of a very exciting project, so of course I'm going to share it with you. Something I've been talking about for months, thinking about for months, meticulously planning for months, and I still have no idea where to start. So today is day one of Operation New Chicken Coop. So I am going to head down the garden and just make a small start on the little bits that I need to do to lead up to the start of this build. I figured, just saying, right, I'm going to build a new chicken coop, that's overwhelming, and obviously there's a lot of steps to be able to achieve the ultimate goal, which is the brand new chicken coop and run attached. So I've split it down into little steps, and the first step is to cut down the branches that are overhanging the current chicken coop and which will cover the new chicken coop where that's going. So that's the first thing I need to do. And then after that, I want to get stuck in about the pile of stones that is at the back of where the new chicken coop's going to go. And then hopefully I'll be able to mark out the foundations. So that's the first 3 stages that I want to achieve. Whether I get that done today or whether it's going to take a few days, we'll see, but we'll just go with the flow. So let's head down the garden and I'll show you exactly what it is that I'm planning on doing, because I've changed my mind about 12 times over this. But I have finally settled on a plan. I know what I want to do. I've got a picture in my head. Hopefully I can explain that and maybe give you a sort of a wee visual representation of what it is that I'm looking to achieve. So let's head on down the garden now. There's all the babbies. Good morning, babbies. Oh my goodness, there's loads of sparrows inside the... Oh my god, inside the chicken run. I've never seen that many. It looks like a blooming aviary. Oh, they're getting through the wee holes. Anyways, here we are, down the garden. We've got 5 of the ducks there. I've got 1 nesting up at the top of the pond, up there. Hang on, let me just show you where she is roughly. She is about there, nesting. And then I've got another one nesting behind the chicken coop, roughly here. Oh, I think they want something to eat. What do you want? You're looking a bit fluffy, madam. What's going on there? Anyway, so... right, okay, here we are. Let's have a look. Oh, wait. There she is. I thought she was behind the coop. Oh, I think I know where I'm going to be able to find an egg. Yeah, you lot have been distinctly lacking in eggs lately. Can I have some more duck eggs, please? Okay, I found the nest. I had no idea she was nesting in there. There's where my bloody breakfast is. Oh man. So anyway, back to the task in hand. Let me try and describe this as best I can. Okay, so obviously that's the old chicken coop right there, and I'm going to build the new chicken coop here. Now what I was going to do was build a run coming out this way into the garden, but then I decided that actually no, I don't want that. So I'm going to model the new chicken coop on the log store. That. So it's going to be the same shape, but on a smaller scale, and it's going to go here. But that's going to be where the chicken coop goes, and I'm going to put the run out here into where the old chicken coop is. So it'll be pushed back, but it'll all be the same shape as that. I hope that's making sense. But I have to start here because I have to make sure I've got the new chicken coop in place before I take down the old one. So it's a case of building the new chicken coop, then taking down the old one, and then building the run. So yeah, I think this is going to be a lot of work. It's going to take me probably quite a while. But I have to start somewhere, don't I? So today is the day that we're starting. So I'm going to take a couple of these overhanging branches down. So that one and that one I want to get down. Hopefully I can reach them and get them down without any bother. Because yeah, they're overhanging. And that one's nigh on touching, that one there is nearly touching the roof of the old chicken coop. So anyway, that's the plan for today. I'm going to have to get this little old coop moved, but I want to keep it just in case we need to separate anything. Put a duck in there where chicks or, any of the chickens are poorly and I need to separate them. So that's going to get moved. That'll be fun because it weighs a ton. And then I have to attack all of this pile of stones. So a lot of this I'm going to use for the base of the chicken coop, so that's good. A lot of that will go. And we've got a lot of branches and stuff here as well, so I'm going to have a bonfire later tonight. Get all this cut up and have a little bonfire. So there you go, that is the plan. All sounds great. I've not mentioned that I've never actually built anything like this before, but you know what, you've got to start somewhere, so I might as well start where I am with what I've got. Once I get the measurements for the coop, then I can order the blocks to build it with and the cement and all the rest of it. So anyways, yes, it's all up here. Let's just get cracking. Let's just make a start. It's a lot cooler today than it has been for the last few weeks, but I mean, it's still not cold, but I think it's probably a good day to be doing stuff like this. I'm not looking forward to when I get the blocks delivered, because I'll have to get them delivered to up the top next to the house, and I'll have to carry them down. I think I need a new wheelbarrow for that, but yeah, let's go and see if we can get these branches down. First things first, Okay, I've abandoned that idea already. I need something a bit more substantial than that to go through that branch. There's no way. And it just keeps getting jammed in it as well. So, oh my goodness. So I failed at the first hurdle. I think what we need is like a little mini chainsaw on a pole. So I'm going to see if I can borrow one of them from somewhere. Just so happens I know somewhere I can get one. So yeah, I'm going to leave that for now. Something else I did not take into account. Midges. I'm getting absolutely swarmed by midges. Honestly, I've had them in my eyes and everything. Yeah, I didn't think about this. I should know better as well. I'm already covered in bites, as I am every summer. But spending more time down here, I'm going to be even more covered. So anyway, I'm going to go on to basically moving that little coop out the way. That's what I'm going to do next. You all know I love this thing. Oh my god. One of the best presents I ever had, I promise you. Well, there might be a change of plan on this, because as I was moving it, it started falling to bits. So I'm just going to move it over to here. And then we might burn it. Obviously not the roof and stuff. We'll see. I'll just get it out the way for now anyway. Yeah, that's not what I thought was going to happen. So now that wee coop's out the way, I can see a bit better what space I'm dealing with and how much space I have to play with. So that's good, because it was kind of deceiving. It's actually maybe a bit bigger than I thought. What I'm going to have to take into account though is the roots from this tree. And obviously we've got some stones and some concrete and some just crap basically lying about at the bottom here, which would have formed the old wall that run along the bottom, but it's not there anymore. So yeah, roots and big stones is going to be a bit of my issue there. But at least now I've got access to this lot, so I'm going to get all the branches and that moved out, and then all the stones again left over from stone wall, I'll get them moved back the way, so again I can see a bit more of the space that I've got available to me. Well, that was more work than I expected it to be, but done a decent job of clearing it. I've just sort of raked up the leaves to basically compost down over here. I might have to clear more of this area here, but that's fine. It looks like I will have to dig down a fair bit here. But I've uncovered the pile of stones at the back there, so next thing is to start moving them all back the way. Yep, much fun. But look what I've created. I was not expecting there to be that much stuff there, that much rubbish. But I forgot we cut down quite a lot of branches from trees at the end of springtime. So yeah, that's now the burning pile. So I'm glad it's a bit cooler today. I'm going to wait until this evening and then start burning that very slowly. Keep a really small fire and keep it under control as best I can, because the last thing I want to do is cause, obviously, any wildfires. No. Peacock butterflies are my favourite. They're so beautiful. So I've got a very small fire going. I'm just putting a tiny little bit on at a time. It's a bit smoky at the minute because I've just put a wooden board on the top. But yeah, small fire. Oh, excuse me, just did a bit of a hiccup belch hybrid there. Sorry. Didn't mean to do that. But anywho's, yeah, so if you see smoke, don't panic. So I'm just going to show you literally like where I need to clear these stones from. So the very corner, the far corner of the chicken run is going to be about here. So it's going to be in line with the log store, but I'm going to have it coming out sort of slightly at an angle. So as you can see, well, I don't know how easy it is to see actually, but there's a load of stones between that point and here. So I'm just trying to push them all back so that I've got that space to mark out where everything's going to go, and then obviously start digging the foundations. So that's what I'm clearing now. So I've just trimmed back this this little elder that's growing down here, just to basically open up the space a wee bit more, and give me a little bit, well, just an easier route basically to throw the stones up and over, because they were just hitting the branches, but also because I've noticed we've got a wonderful, oh, I love hawthorn, we've got a beautiful little hawthorn tree bush shrub growing here. So yeah, it'll open up the light and the space a little bit more for that to grow. So I have cut back some of these wild raspberries as well. They'll grow back once I've got the chicken coop and run up. This area is going to be left completely wild. So everything behind the chicken coop, the chicken run. Oh, something just moved behind me, very strange. Yeah, once I've got them up, this bit is just going to get left to its own devices, so it'll be nice and wild, so that sounds good. But yeah, lots of wild raspberries, and we'll let the nettles grow back again as well, because nettles are good for wildlife, but they're not good for me because I've been stung numerous times and it's not fun. How much better is that? Wow. Yeah, it's a lot better. So now hopefully you can see roughly the line of where I'm going to be putting the coop and the pen. So, what I hadn't brought down with me to plan the new coop was a tape measure. And when I got the tape measure out, I realised I was planning, for some reason, on building a 10 by 8 coop. I don't need a 10 by 8 coop. The one I've got currently is 6 by 8. And it's a good size. I don't need anything bigger, but because I've got so much space here, I figured I'll go for something a wee bit bigger. So I have settled on a 9 by 7. Oi! Oh, it's a bit breezy. Oh my goodness, right, I'll make this quick. So I've settled on a 9 by 7. I've marked it all out now with pegs and string so that you can get a good idea of what it's going to look like. So let me show you. Okay, so that is 7 wide by 9 deep. So it's a decent size. Digging these foundations is harder than I thought it was going to be, but I'll persevere. So yeah, we've got some tree roots in there that are going to be a pain. Obviously I've got a lot more digging to do at the back there because the ground's a lot higher. But this is showing you basically where the run's going to end. Now I'm not putting the run all the way up to the log store, but I just wanted a good idea where the log store ended. I'll probably leave about 2 foot. It just depends on the size of blocks that I use, doesn't it? So yeah, I'll leave approximately 2 foot. I'm not going to be too pernickety with the sizes as long as everything's square and solid. That's the main thing. So that's where we're up to now. So as you can see, the chickens have really helped me today by filling in the wee trench that I dug. Yes, yous. Always spoiling my fun. Yeah, never mind. So that marks the completion of stage 1. That was, well, what I wanted to achieve this weekend was to get everything laid out and get the little trench dug, which is going to ultimately be the foundation. So yeah, I've done that. Yeah, with help from the chickens, but it'll be easy enough just to scoop the dirt out again. But the next stage is now to go and order the blocks and the cement. And what I'm going to do is dry lay the first layer of blocks. So I'm going to start at the lowest point, because the very front is obviously going to be a lot lower than the back. So I'm going to start at the lowest point and then dry lay them, and I'll dig as I go so that I know exactly how much I need to dig down. And then once that's done and I'm happy that, you know, I've got them all level, I've got the first layer of blocks level anyway, then I'm going to pour some cement so that I've got a little bit of give. So I'll pour the cement wider than the blocks themselves so that I have got, I'm scratching because there's so many flies, midges, mozzies down here, so what the heebie-jeebies. But yeah, so I'm going to lay the cement so it's slightly wider than the block, so I've got a little bit of play to make sure that everything's nice and square. So that's the next stage. But I'd really like some advice. So if anybody's watched this and said, oh no, make sure you don't do this, or I think she should have thought about this, please just let me know in the comments if you do have any advice for me, because I'd greatly appreciate it. It's the first time I've ever done anything like this. I think I know what I'm doing, but then I always think I know what I'm doing. I'm one of those. Suck it and see. But no, I really would appreciate advice if somebody's got any. So thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you when we're on stage 2.